Welcome to Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. I'm Peter Gross, co-host of the original Wild Kingdom with Marlin, Perkins, and Jim Fowler. When Wild Kingdom aired in the 1960s and 70s, many episodes documented wildlife research efforts. Marlin and Jim accompanied scientists all over the world to observe animals and their natural behaviors. Some of the techniques you'll see in tonight's episodes are no longer necessary by today's standards, but the work is still just as important. Wild Kingdom took viewers to the far corners of the world and cultivated an appreciation for animals and their habitats. Marlin and Jim showed us the importance of preserving the natural world, not just for animals, but for our quality of life. And that's good news for all of us in the Wild Kingdom. So sit back and enjoy Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom.
Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom is presented by Mutual of Omaha.
Welcome to Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. Over the years, Stan Brock and I have caught a lot of animals in almost every part of the world, but few have given us more difficulty than this one, the jaguar. This big predator is tremendously strong, and like all cats, it's stealthy and quick. That rules out this capture system, the tranquilizer gun, because once we darted it, the jaguar would simply fade into the bush and be lost before the drug could take effect. So Stan and I wanted to test another capture system on this big cat.
We got our chance when we were invited to help capture a livestock-marauding jaguar that had been raiding a ranch in Mexico. This is the system we wanted to try. Basically a net, one of the oldest of all capture methods. But this net has a modern innovation. Cannons fired by remote control, shooting the net over an animal almost before it has time to react. Whether the cannon net would be a match for a jaguar's quick reflexes remained to be seen.
The cat we were after was raiding a ranch located in the state of Tamaulipas, east of the Sierra Madres in northern Mexico. We went to the ranch and waited for the cat to strike again. The ranch is called La Lahia, the Slate. It's flat, empty land, but it supports enough wildlife to attract jaguars from the foothills of the Sierra Madres. And the cats sometimes become livestock killers. Here's Pedro Guevara, owner of the neighboring ranch. He's had jaguar trouble too, and he's killed 3 of them over the years. We hope to prove that the big cats can be safely captured and moved without harm. Pedro brought news that the jaguar has killed again, not far from here. This is what we've been waiting for. Marauding jaguars have long been a problem for La Lahia's owner, Evaristo Escobedo. When he was younger, his father was killed by a jaguar. Evaristo's growing old now, and raising dogs that tend his goat herds is his main work. Evaristo grew up on this ranchero, and he knows no other life. Feeding his flock of chickens, tending to the other livestock he raises here, or training his dogs, it's simple, hard work. Evaristo's proud of the dogs that act as guardians for his goat herd. Goats are the rancher's main livelihood, and they're threatened now with the jaguar making regular raids. Dogs are no match for jaguar, but it's amazing how loyally they guard the herd, all because of Evaristo's unique system for training them. The herd dogs lead the goats out to graze every day. Later at dusk, they'll bring them back again. The dog's training begins when they're very young, and the system is simple but ingenious. It really amounts to letting the dogs train themselves, and it all takes place in this small corral near the ranch house. In this pen are kept the nursing goats and their young. And here, too, the newborn pups are placed before their eyes are open. He's never been with other dogs, only goats, so he logically assumes that he's a goat, too. Of course, the goats sometimes know the difference. It often takes patience, but he always finds an adopted mother. Because the pup has seen only goats since opening his eyes, he's as much a part of the herd as the young goats are. But the pup still has the instincts and aggressiveness of a dog. And this is the whole idea of Evaristo's system. The pup grows up thinking he's a goat, but a very tough goat. He becomes a herd leader, chasing off coyotes and other predators. But even the bravest dog can't stop a jaguar, and the big cat has killed a lot of Evaristo's livestock. It'll keep coming back unless we can catch it.
Our net's packed, and we've got our directions to the carcass. If everything goes according to plan, Evaristo's herds will be safe again. The cat's kill was spotted in a clearing not far from here, and that's where we'll set up our trap. No doubt of it now, the kill is still fresh. The vultures are just starting to gather. It's scrubby country, but there's enough cover for the cat to move unseen. Like most cats, the jaguar probably has left its kill during the heat of the day and will return at dusk to feed on it. That should give us enough time to be ready for the cat when it returns. Rattlesnake. This country is full of rattlers, and they can panic a horse. Snakes are most dangerous when you surprise them. This one must have felt the ground vibrate as we approached. We're getting close, and none too soon. The vultures are moving in. It's amazing how these birds just appear from nowhere when there's a kill. The jaguar has been seen several times by our helper, Jose Abalos, and it's a big male. There's the kill, a burrow. No sign of the cat, but he'll be back once this heat begins to slacken. We've got a lot of work to do if we're going to be ready for him. Here are the kill marks. 2 fang punctures right through the skull into the brain. Only the immensely powerful jaguar kills this way. He began feeding on the forequarters first. Jose has seen the same feeding pattern many times. There's much to be done. While Jose clears brush, Marlin and I will place the cannon net so it can be fired over the carcass. The jaguar's kill will be bait for our trap.
We knew the jaguar would return to his kill, and we had to be ready for him when he did. That meant clearing the area and setting up the cannon net.
Moving the carcass would make the jaguar suspicious. So we'll place the net here where we found the kill. The big cat might drag the burrow off unless we anchor it securely. While Jose clears away brush that might hold the net off the ground, we'll finish preparing the cannon net. The heavy nylon net is strong enough to hold the Jaguar, but the big problem is getting the net over the cat. To do that, we'll rely on 4 metal projectiles. An explosive charge goes into each cylinder, and the detonator wires are threaded through the base plate. Once it's assembled, the metal cylinder becomes a powerful rocket. The charge in each rocket is connected to a wire that will let us set the rockets off electrically from a distance. Every connection must be perfect. If any of the rockets misfire, the net won't cover the cat, and the Jaguar will not return to his kill. Everything must work right the first time. The rockets are aimed to carry the net's leading edge high over the carcass and the feeding Jaguar. The net's base is anchored, so that when the rockets fire, the net will be stretched over the cat. It's time to move the horses. If they're near when the Jaguar approaches, they're sure to panic and warn the cat. The detonator wire will lead to our blind. The big question now is whether the rockets will travel quickly enough to carry the net over the cat before he has time to run out from under it.
Everything's ready. All we can do is stay in the blind and wait. We won't have to wait alone. Fish crows by the hundreds. Caracara. They're fine hunters, but they eat carrion too. Here's another scavenger moving in to investigate the carcass. The badger seems cautious. Our scent must still be hanging in the air. This area is full of wildlife, and it doesn't take long for a fresh kill to be discovered. You often see these superb diggers tunnel underneath a large carcass like this and feed from below, safe from danger. But not this one. Our blind doesn't hide us from the black vultures, and they have us spotted. They won't come down while we're here. Across the clearing, the trees are filling with more fish crows. And the scent of the cat's kill is still drawing small animals from the surrounding area. The skunk seems more interested in the insects we stirred up when we assembled the rockets. We have an excellent view from here, and in the trees ahead, the crows should provide a ready-made alarm system. Only a coati-mundi, probably a stray from a pack nearby. I don't think I've ever seen a coati in the wild that wasn't using its super-sensitive nose to find insects or fruit or prey of some kind. Still no sign of our Jaguar. The fish crows are landing. And if any noise or movement in that brush worried them, they wouldn't come in. If our cat doesn't show soon, the vultures may go to work on the carcass in spite of our presence. nothing to do but watch and wait.
We may be near a waterhole. These collared peccaries seem to be following the same trail as the other animals. These wild pigs are the jaguar's natural prey in this area. Bobcat. He seems interested in the peccaries. But I think he'll find them more than a match. Their tusks are sharp and dangerous, and any predator must respect them. It looks like he's convinced. Even the powerful jaguar prefers defenseless goats and burros to these determined fighters. Still no sign of alarm from the birds. It looks as though the cat may let the scavengers claim his kill.
We had been in the blind for hours with no sign of the jaguar. There was nothing to do but continue to wait and watch. In the trees ahead, the fish crows are beginning to get noisy. Something is keeping the caracara from approaching the carcass, and all the smaller animals have vanished. There he is. We're downwind of the cat, so he can't pick up our scent. But he seems suspicious. The big question now is whether he'll stay near the carcass. He's spotted the net, and with the brush cleared away, he's uneasy. We'll wait till he begins eating before we fire the rockets. The more distracted he is, the better. All of the changes in the area have made him nervous, and he's trying to drag the burrow to cover. We'd better hold our fire. If he sees the net coming, he could react quickly enough to run out from under it. But once he settles down to feed, we'll have the advantage.
No use. He's determined to pull the carcass into the bush. And with the burrow staked down, he may give up and leave. This could be our only chance. He's quick and mobile under the net, and he'll escape unless we get ropes on him.
The idea is to keep him between us, so the ropes prevent him from charging in either direction. But he's not captured yet. He's fast and tremendously strong, but he can't move as freely now, and he'll be much easier to control once his legs are tied. Time is important. The way he's working on those ropes, he'll chew through one of them before long. If he chews through that rope, we'll lose much of our control.
He's bitten clean through. Now, with only one rope holding the cat, he could easily charge Marlin. That's better. He's back under control for the moment. Now we can stretch the cat between us.
This cat is too powerful to control outside the net, so we'll have to immobilize him. The best tranquilizer for cats is Sernaline, a powerful drug that should make him as docile as a kitten. The drug usually works very quickly. We shouldn't have to wait long. He stopped pulling. The drug's taking hold. He seems totally immobilized. The heartbeat's strong and the breathing is normal. He seems to be completely out. He can't even raise an eyelid. We've only a few hours till the drug wears off. By that time, he'll be far from the ranch. Once we have him out from under the net, he'll be placed in a truck and transported to an area where there's no livestock. But first, we'll tie those powerful front paws securely, just in case he wakes up early. Jaguars are tremendously strong, and those paws can be lethal.
The tranquilizer makes this whole project much safer for the cat as well as for us. If the Jaguar continued to struggle in this heavy net, he could eventually injure himself. But we've got our cat unharmed, and the goat herds are safe again. Now we know that the ranch livestock can be protected without killing these magnificent cats. We proved it by netting a Jaguar.
Stan and I helped load the Jaguar onto a truck, and we drove him far south of the ranch to a wilderness area where we knew the big cat would find abundant natural game. The Jaguar was still under the drug when we arrived. His vital signs showed that he had suffered no ill effects from the trip and would soon revive. Later, at a safe distance, we waited until the drug had worn off and the cat was in full control of his muscles once more. The Jaguar never raided Evaristo's ranch again. The big cat had become an outlaw only because man claimed his hunting range for cattle. Now, far from man's interference, the cat once more filled its proper role in the wild kingdom.
Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom.
Like what you saw? Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube for more exclusive content. And visit our website at wildkingdom.com.